Generally, yeah, generally, during NASA International Space Apps Challenge Dubai edition, I will be mentor about the Nimbus to now, the history of NASA's Earth observing missions. I made some claim here. Let's go through the journey because it's a big part of history of NASA development and changing the techniques, changing the machines, and so even changing the politics because it's a part of NASA as well. It is good to know that NASA is deal with Earth observing since 50s, 20th century. So it's something about 70 years of history, very rapidly and very fast development in that field. So today I will present this challenge, which is really important and really amazing. With this challenge, we will deal during the hackathon weekend, 1st and the 2nd October this year. So first of all, I would like to present a bit of myself. I think that it's quite important to know your mentor. My name is Łukasz Bis. You can pronounce me Lukas because I know that the letter Polish letter L is quite complicated in different languages. Generally, I'm NASA passionate, so that's why I'm with NASA Space Apps Challenge since 2 years. 2 years ago, I was just observer. Last year, I was a local lead. This year, I'm a mentor. So it's really nice for me to talk with you, to work with you. First of all, I'm academic teacher, so I'm working at the University of Information Technology and Management in Rzeszów in Poland. So this is something about 8 hours of flying from Dubai, but it's really amazing country and really amazing part of the world. I'm working at university starting from 2008. I was studying there, and after that I decided to continue my career as a researcher and academic teacher. I'm universal designer. I will say something about that during the next slides. I'm a design thinker, I'm graphic designer, motion designer, VR specialist. Especially the last specialization is quite important for me because I'm a PhD student as well. So I'm trying to have this PhD diploma, and the subject of my dissertation is virtual reality as a new channel of communication. Right now, I'm a director of innovation and practical design center at my university. Former, I was vice dean of Faculty of Media and Social Communication for computer graphics and multimedia production. So I was responsible for the whole field of study. Generally, my scientific interests are focused on modern communication techniques, in particular virtual reality, as I said, digitalization of objects, virtual worlds, everything which is connected to artificial worlds and artificial creations, CGI, and so. Privately, I'm a father of 3 really funny guys, and of course, I've got wife as well. And I've got really small apiary. I've got bees, just one family right now because there was some problems in my location, let's say. But generally, I promote the healthy lifestyle. including zero waste and slow life, and taking care about the climate and about the nature and the world in general. And I'm really big fan and lover of Lego bricks. So that's all about me in general. The most important thing, the most important part, I think, of our meeting today is to talk a bit about the challenge. Sorry for some misspellings like E rather than A, but who cares about that? The challenge is Nimbus to now, the history of NASA's Earth observing missions. So as I said during the first slide, NASA has a long and successful history of developing, launching, and operating Earth observing missions that have contributed significant to our understanding of the planet. So your challenge will be to create an engaging multimedia depiction of all NASA's Earth observing missions that also demonstrates how the mission set evolved over time to include new technologies and meet science-driven needs. So we are going to take a look through the whole history, pick some pieces from the significant Earth observing missions and try to describe it, to create a story about that, and try to communicate all the stuff to the public, to the K-12 students, to the normal students, let's say K-12 pupils, and probably to the whole publicity, because I'm sure that everyone should know what's the NASA, let's say, what's the NASA profession. I know that almost everyone knows NASA, but probably there is a lot of missions which are not known worldwide, but are really important for developing the whole system, the whole, let's say, the whole procedure. We know that right now NASA is trying to use some private ships to go to the space. They are connecting to SpaceX and using the Falcons to go there. This is some part of it as well, of the history as well. So I'm sure that the whole story should be prepared and should be shown by simple, maybe not simple, but very imaginative multimedia to the publicity. So you should be creative if you want to be the best one in this challenge. You should be creative. You should be open-minded. You should think about the story as the whole, not as the pieces. So there should be your specific style, should be some connection to technique, of course, but not too much, because you shouldn't be so detailed that your public will be bored about the image, about the multimedia. So you have to find some golden point of it. What's the technique? What's the story? What's the plot in general? And how detailed it should be. So this imaginative multimedia solution should be connected to NASA's long history of observing the Earth. And you should be as broad as you can for your audience, and show them the very wide perspective of it. We've got many techniques for that. So if you think about yourself somehow, you can use many techniques to create that multimedia. It can be 3D graphic, amazing 3D graphics like in our cinemas, and with special effects and and many things like that. But it can be virtual world, so you can create in example, some earth. It can be even low poly, so it can be like or it can be built from Lego, and after that you can rotate that earth and put some satellites, put some rockets around it, and just marking that this rocket was launched this and this year, and the objective of this mission was that and that, and everything can be created in example with Legos. You can make some snapshots, or you can make some mm, slow motion animation or slow motion movie. You can create some augmented reality. So when you use your mobile phone and scan some QR code, or even it can be some NASA logo, in example, your screen of your smartphone can change into a really nice space and present all the stuff. Or it can be interactive television. I'm sure that you remember the Black Mirror from 2018, when you can choose which part you can go through the movie. So you can create something like this. It's quite easy, but of course it's more tough, or you need more energy for that, because you need to develop different plots there. But it can be something like this. It can be interactive presentations. So it can be, I don't want to say simple, but it can be done even in PowerPoint, I think, but using some creation, using some interactivity, you can present it as well in such easy and well-known software as PowerPoint. We've got a lot of tools which are free, which are paid, which are commercial, like even Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker, or it can be something specific like Adobe After Effects. So you can use different tools, you can combine the results from different tools, you can use even some let's say real things like paper, like wood, like something like this, simple cameras, and so to create that animation. I think that one of the quite interesting solution can be just paper cut, or the story shown in a book, but of course using multimedia, using the voice, using the sounds, using sounds combined into space, so moving the sounds. And so what's really important, what's worth to remember, I think that one of the best idea to deal with that really broad audience is to use a universal design approach to build this multimedia. What's that mean, that something is done with universal design principles? That means that you take into mind the needs of everyone. So it can be someone who cannot see, or he has limited vision, he has problems with ears, or with movement, or he cannot control any computer mouse or something like this. But you communicate in such way that they can be engaged into it, they can be immersed by it. So in example, when we are thinking about the movie, you can put subtitles, you can make some audio description, you can create some high contrast images to show that you are thinking about everyone. During the NASA hackathon, I will talk a bit about the principles of universal design. I don't want to do this right now because it's, I think, too much, and much easier it will be to do this with the specific project. And that knowledge is quite easy to gain, quite easy to find. Just Google universal design principles and you will see that you have to think about the effort, you have to think about the needs, you need to talk about the engaging and so, about the colors, about the sizes and so. So I will leave you right now with this statement, universal design principles. Another one is design canon. So we know that how to arrange the elements on the screen to be active, to be, of course, these elements, to be active, to be visible, and so. So we've got many canons like Fibonacci string or the spiral of Fibonacci. It can be golden ratio. It can be tree division and so, and some strong points and so. So we can talk about this during the developing of your project as well. Of course, we have to think about the colors. We have to think about how dynamic is this story. How dynamic is your movie or your animation. We should think about the plot and the story. So the best idea, I think that one of the best ideas here is to have some narrator, someone who will talk about the whole story, someone from the backstage, just the voice, or maybe even some person who will guide you through this 70 years of NASA space exploration. And you have at the last but not the least one, you have to think about the audience, because the audience is someone who is really important in the whole project. If the art will be done just for the art, it's worth nothing. The art needs the audience. The same here. Your movie, your animation, your presentation have to be done for someone, for your audience. So please remember about that. And I think that if you remember about these few elements, it will be really, I don't want to say easy, but it will be easier to create something really amazing and really comprehensive. That's all from me for today. So finger crossed for you and for your teams to join the NASA Space Apps Challenge Dubai. And I hope that we can meet during the 1st and 2nd October and work with your projects and deal with your with your challenges. I don't want to say problems, with your challenges and just say really beautiful story about the NASA space exploration. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, for that great presentation, and we are so happy to having you with us at NASA Space Challenge Dubai. And we will share this presentation with the attendees. If they had any question, we will share it direct with you, and we will keep the teams in contact with you for the mentorship in 1st and 2nd.
Okay, great. So I'm really happy that I can be a part of your